right. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Lucy. I see you already around, and the rest of you guys who are joining, let me know in the comment section and say hi to me, say hi to everyone that is watching currently. I appreciate it, and of course, thank you for joining in. It's a pleasure to be part of this analysis with you guys. So right away we go into prayer. Of course, you know the drill, and then get us straight into the analysis. All right, so let's pray and get started. Father, we say thank you for today. Thank you for your loving kindness. Thank you for your grace upon our lives. Thank you for your goodness. Thank you that we are back here for yet another session. Thank you for yesterday's profits that we made. Thank you that we were able to profit out of the trade setups that you gave unto us yesterday. And now that we are starting today, we ask of the same, even better and bigger than yesterday's success, Lord. We say thank you for the discernment, for the spirit of discernment you're giving unto us to discern which trades to take and those that we are supposed not to take, Lord. Thank you for the perfect entry and exit levels you're giving unto us tonight. We give you all the glory and honor. In the mighty name of Jesus, we prayed and believed. Amen and amen. Ladies and gentlemen, the glory has gone to God. Now we get straight into the analysis of gold, just like we always do it. Those who were here yesterday for the analysis, I want to congratulate you on the profits you probably made if you did follow up the analysis of gold. And those who are on VIP, those on our VIP platform for the signals, you were able to receive this sniper that I shared in the group on WhatsApp. This was the entry yesterday. Those who were here, you remember if you were not here yesterday, please go back to yesterday's analysis. You'll be able to see the anticipation. Of course, this was here. We were looking for the sell, and of course, when it came to this level, we entered our trade here. This is the trade. I failed to make the entry on this account. Why? Because the leave failed to actually connect to the account yesterday. So let me try again. It failed to connect to the account yesterday, so that's why I may not show you the trade history right here, but I did enter on the real on the MT5 account that I already have in this PC. Now it has allowed, actually now we are in, so today I'll be able to trade even on this account on Trading View. So this was the trade. We entered from there. Those were late. That was another entry because it came back to our point of entry and our stop loss was intact right about there. So of course it hit our first TP, and that's how I moved out because I'm an intraday trader. You can see the day closed right here. The day closed right here. This is where the day closed, right here. So I'm an intraday trader. I didn't have to wait. So as soon as it came around this level and even hit that arrow here, this was our first TP, I moved out and called it a day. And then it pulled back all the way back, almost back to this level. If you can see this, it came all the way back to 61.8. That was supposed to be the second entry. This was supposed to be the second entry, but this was early morning today. So those who trade early morning, this could have been your second entry, and you can clearly see that after reacting to 61.8, price went below our 10 MA, and that was your other entry. And look at where it pushed back all the way to our second TP, which was this, and then our third TP, where it is headed now. Our third TP is right on this H4 order block. This is the H4 order block. Let me delete all these. This was a fair value gap. You can see when it reached that fair value gap, it reacted a bit on that, then pushed for that second TP of ours. It was also hit, and now price is headed to where we want it. Now all this we can delete it. All this that we used yesterday, we can delete all these. Those who were here yesterday, you also remember the scalp trade I told you about of this move. I hope you also made that money because I shared the entry, though I did not enter it because of this of failing to connect my account right here. So all these we used them yesterday. Now we don't need them. All right, so let's go to H4 so that you guys can see this order block on H4 that I talked about yesterday, and the reason why we want price to react again to that level. So you clearly see that this H4 is on this daily order block. Let me go to daily so that you also see that. I want to start from that level. All right, so this is our daily order block. Then we have this, in fact this is a support. Then we also have this daily order block down below here, but it was mitigated here, so it's not a big deal, but just to have it just in case. So that is our support on daily. This is the support level. Then this here is the H4 that I was talking about. So let me now go to H4. You see what I'm talking about. That is the order block of the H4, where this momentum, where this buy momentum started from. Price had to come all the way back to it. So that's why we have our third TP, just like we analyzed yesterday. That's why we have it there on that order block, and then we anticipate a buy momentum from that level. So as soon as price comes to this order block, we'll be anticipating buys. Now what we are now going to do is we're going to go a bit now below it, and we're going to look for the H1 and M15 order block within this H4 to get our sniper entry again for the buys. Now we're going to be looking more for buys than sells today. Why? Because this is the valid order block on H4. It gave us a fair value gap. Currently price is reacting on that fair value gap, but we believe it's headed to this order block because it is a valid order block. So according to the current momentum, yes, it is a strong bearish momentum, but only according to SMC we know that it is headed to that H4 to mitigate it and then get us into an uptrend, just like we need to come all the way to this fair value gap on the daily time frame. All right, so now we can drop to H1. So let's look at the order block within this H4, and clearly this is the order block. This is the order block. You can see this candle here. That is the order block. This sell candle there. And somehow price has actually touched that H1 order block already. This one here, let me just show it to you right here. It has already touched it. But I am likely going to use the body, not the wick. I'm likely going to use the body of that candle. Why? Because the wick is above that H4 order block. That wick is above the H4 order block, and the H4 order block is here. This is the H4 order block, and clearly the H1 body of this H1 candle, you can clearly see it right here. It is within the H4 order block. So let's now look for the M15 order block within this H1. All right, so we're here. Let's look at it. What is that one? You will see it clearly. That is the one that we need right about there. So are we going to see actually price come to this? We may not. it may use the H4 and immediately returns back into buys, but most of the times it comes to the M15 also. So now that we have the H4 and the M15 order blocks, let me just mark this. This is the M15. Okay, let's just give it another color. I don't normally love other colors in my charts. Let's just give it that color. Yeah, so that is the M15 order block right about there. So our anticipation is now priced to come to that order block, and then we get to see the buys from here. Can we enter sales right now? It's tricky. There's no way you can enter sales. The entry, our second entry was here, like I told you, was just below that 10 MA when it pulled back to 61.8 fib retracement level. From there to there, that would have been our second entry, but that was early morning, around 4 a.m. in the morning. Around 4 a.m. in the morning, that is when it gave that second entry to push for this swing. So about now, the other entry would have been a pullback on this level. That would have been the other entry. Then this would have been the other entry. Yeah, and maybe even this right here coming back to the 10 MA to just touch that 10 MA. That would have been another entry to enter your sales and continue with the trend. Why? Because you already knew that the price was dropping to this H4 order block. This is the H4 order block. This is the M15 order block. So can we enter? No. We can only wait for price to come to this level, and then we can anticipate our buys. When you enter your buys here, you will have to have your stop losses all the way below this H4OB, and that's how we are going to be looking for this buy momentum. All right, so enough of all this. You've understood what we were having yesterday and what we are dealing with today. So if you can remove this and then bring our indicators, which is the RSI and CCI, you clearly see that we are already having the indication of oversold down below here on RSI and CCI. That means we will be seeing buys anytime from now coming, but only and only if we get to see a market structure shift. You know how we always do it. Just like we had one here, you can clearly see, just like we had one here. Look at this. Look at this. Just like we had one here, that was a change of character, higher high, higher low, then played games here. Then it came within the H4 order block right here on the H4, and then gave us another change of character because this had become a support level right here. So gave us another change of character and then dropped massively. Rose massively into the uptrend and pushed all the way to that level where we currently saw this drop massively. And now we are coming back to that same order block where this high momentum, this big momentum started from. All right, I think all this is now very clear for you guys. Please, if you want to learn these things, don't forget to register for the July class. If you want to learn all these that I'm talking about, you need to register for the July class. The details are going to be displayed later towards the end of this session, so keep around if you want to know more about the July class. All right, so what am I going to do now? I'm just going to wait. If I see a pullback, if I see any small pullback, I can easily make the entry again for the sell. If I see any small pullback before it touches the H4, I can easily, if I can see something like this, I can easily get in with my sales to hold and bring it to this M15 and hold it to this M15 order block for my final TP. So right here we are currently seeing some rejection. Of course, if you go to M5, you will see the price may give us this kind of a pullback to this kind of a level right about there that can easily give you another entry to sell. If it fails and gets to H4, then you rather don't enter, just leave it until it comes to the M15 order block for your buys. This was a good trade. How I wish I left one entry to swing it. I did not, because it started to play games when it hit our first TP. This was our first TP yesterday. This was our first TP right there. So when it hit that first TP, it started to play games around there, consolidate a little bit until today morning when it dropped massively. All right, so that's it on gold. Let's now leave gold and head to Boom 1000. If you have any questions, please put them in the comment section below. I'll be glad to respond to them. All right, so of course, also let me know which assets you're trading today, so we can pick one or two assets that we will have as our bonus assets before we close today's session. And of course, if you're here for the first time, the easiest way to support this channel is just hitting that subscribe button, and of course going ahead and activating all notifications through the bell button, and of course not forgetting to hit the thumbs up button to like the stream. Thank you so much as you're doing that, and let's now head over to Boom 1000. So Boom 1000 was we had this analysis. This was a fake breakout on H4. We had the change of character, and our anticipation was price to come from this. Yeah, our first level was here, which was a bit weird. So when it pulled back, I was not looking at entering any sales because I was waiting for this massive pullback all the way up there for us to get a better entry at sales. Of course, this was a good sell, but the entry was here. This would have been very risky for me to enter this sell and aim for this, because anything was possible. Price may have reacted, it would have reacted right about there. You can clearly see. So this was a bit, it may have even reacted right here. It would have even reacted right about there, right there. So I couldn't enter at all, even give a signal there, because this was very, it was very unpredictable on what it could do. Yes, of course, this was a lower low, lower high, but clearly on M5, this would have been a change of character, which would actually change everything. So I wouldn't go for this, because this here is clearly seen as a change of character on M5. That's why I couldn't wait for that to get in with this kind of a sell. So when it reached on this support level, price pulled back all the way there, but it did not go to the level we anticipated. We were waiting for price to get back to. Remember yesterday I told you that actually when we looked at this, price had mitigated that order block right here. When we looked at this move, price had mitigated that order block. So I ended up saying price, we may not see price actually go back there. So I believe I just kept with the bias of missing out on this trade, so I did not follow up with this, because this would have actually given us the entry right about there. You can clearly see that. Let me delete this for now so that you can see this, and even delete that so that you can see that order block right here on M15. This green candle here, this bullish candle here mitigated this. I want you to see that it mitigated this previous higher high OB right there. It mitigated it. You can see it there. So this became our next OB that needed to be mitigated before we can see some good momentum of sales, and that is when price mitigated it right here, not fully, and not clearly and cleanly. So price came up again for the second time, making this a support, a resistance area according to M15, and then dropped. On reaching this support, it gave a fake breakout and then came again, started to play games around where, look at this, on this other order block right here. That is another resistance level. As it was dropping, it gave this order block on M15, then dropped, gave a fake breakout, price returned to it. This became a resistance level. So the way we see it currently is that we are looking for one thing now. We are looking at enough momentum to break this level. Once we break this level, we will have our sales on M15. So I'm not going to look for anything. I'm not going to even go to H4. If you want to see the analysis that we did on a higher time frame, you will have to go to yesterday's analysis and see what we talked about this. So right here, we need sales to break this level, this support, and take us all the way here. Of course, your first TP will be here. This would be like your first TP right about there. Yeah, think there, even here. This can be your first TP. This could be your second TP. For intraday traders, for swing traders, that could be your first TP. This could be your second TP down below to the H4 level right there. That is our second TP right here on this order block. Actually, this support is the H4 support now. So we all see what is happening on H4. Look at that rejection on the previous H4. The current H4 is also showing us some rejection. The next H4, I'm going to be looking at my entries. The next H4, I'm going to be looking at my entries. But let me just go to M15 and actually see, we might actually get an entry right about here. First remove this 10 MA and bring our, where we are looking for sales, some shadows here of overbought, then drops of sales. Of course, we see the same here. This is when it gave us that the sell signal according to CCI right here. This is when it gave it to us, and then from then price has been failing to break this support right here. In fact, I should use this one down below here so that we are safe. Yeah, let me use that right there and use the wicks right there as my support level. So the moment price breaks this is going to be our trade to break through and drop all the way to that H4 support. So how are we going to trade this? We need to sell. M15 already wants sells. We've already seen that because of the overbought here. There's no liquidity left back apart from the stop losses of those who have been selling above there. I doubt it will go all the way back there. I doubt it. Let's go to M5 and go to where this trade started from. Let's go to that trade. That is the order block. That is the order block. So clearly the M5 order block was never mitigated, and that's why we are not even overbought to sell. We were overbought here for this kind of a sell, overbought here for that sell, but price never reacted again back to that OB that gave us this higher high. So I believe this can be the very reason why price is not giving us the sells yet. Right here, this can easily be a push to get that out of the way and get us into the sells. So having seen this, this is going to be my anticipation. Having seen that, why? Because according to M5, looking at the CCI, price is still very bullish. Yeah, from here you see the shadows of red showing that we are oversold, and that's why we've been this up and down consolidating within here. So we're going to probably see this, get enough momentum from there to actually break this current support that we have on M15. So that's what I'm going to look for. That's what I'm going to look for. Price to mitigate that M5 order block. Okay, so I'm not going to do anything. My entries are 2. My anticipation entries for this asset are 2. Price to pull back according to M5, mitigate that OB on M5, then drop massively to break this support currently that we have on M15, and then come to this H4, and then come to this H4, comes to this H4 support level. Then my second entry anticipation is price to break this here before it goes for that pullback on the M5 OB. Then after the breakout here, we look at this drop massively, this very drop to come to this H4 support level. So having said that, I have no business now. I cannot enter any buys. I can just wait. I can just wait for this market to do its thing. Remember, there's this valid OB where we saw this change of character. There's this valid OB. Leave alone this is not a valid OB, but price can easily pull back to it. But this is the valid OB. Why is it a valid OB here? Because it left a fair value gap that was never mitigated fully. So that's why it is a valid OB. So this is a valid OB. Price will have to come for it. So this would be your third TP right here. First TP, second TP on the support of this H4 of the H4, and then this OB, H4 OB right about here as your third TP. That's it. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're loving what you're seeing, if you are a fan of smart money, or you just are interested in learning how to trade with smart money as a strategy. And like I told you, there's going to be a course in July again. We always have monthly courses for those who want to study my kind of trading, the way I trade, all the things, all the strategies that I use, all the everything concerning price action, market structure, smart money, everything, chart patterns if you want to learn them. I don't teach candlesticks. Please. Yeah, candlesticks are normally a homework I give to my students to study. I give a book about it and you guys can research about it. I teach the basic price action that you need to understand and be able to analyze on your own the charts and get to understand what is happening in the charts. And then we go into the SMC strategy, which I use mainly when I'm analyzing, and that's what you're seeing currently. And that's why we are anticipating this kind of a pullback to mitigate that order block on M5, and then we look for this drop later after that. That is why we have that. But also, like I told you, like I've always told you, we are not market makers. We are just market followers. So knowing that at the back of your mind, you get to know that you can only control what you have control over. I mean, what you have the rights over. Right now, we don't have any rights over this, over the charts and whatever. So these guys who have big monies can actually push price to break here again and give us the drop massively here before it goes up there. That's why we have two entry points. One is here and the other one is pull back first to that M5 OB before we can get to see this massive drop. That is it on Boom 1000. And now let's go straight into V75. Now, before we switch to V75, I want us to check on gold. Have we reached our point of interest? Yeah, we've touched the H4 order block, which is this. We've now reached our H4 order block. We are currently seeing that the bears are still strong. Looking at that previous M15 candle, bears are still strong, but they can easily give us this pullback and then later continue with this sell because they are still strong. Continue with this sell to this M15 order block. This is the M15 order block. The light green rectangle there is the M15 order block. So let's wait and see whether we will see this pullback or not, whether we will see this drop to mitigate the M15 order block or not before we can anticipate this massive buy move. Perfect. Please, I love the likes. Hit also those likes. Keep on liking. Hit that like button if you're liking the live stream, if you are having fun analyzing with me tonight. Anyways, that's it. As you subscribe, hit the bell button, hit the thumbs up. Let's jump to V75 and analyze this. So this here yesterday was a very simple analysis. I want to start from H4 so that you guys who missed can actually get to know why we did not trade it, because we were waiting for the signal, but it did not give us a signal. Why? Because we don't just rush into a trade like that if we don't have a confirmed entry. So in fact, let's start on a daily time frame so you guys can see this. So the previous day, or those who have been with us for quite some time, you remember that we had this resistance level, daily resistance level. Price gave a fake breakout right there last week, and then yesterday we saw price break it. We saw price close above this level. We saw price close above that level yesterday. So today we've started to see price started as I believe it started as a sell, then a buy. Now it is kind of in between there. It's 50-50. Buyers and sellers are currently struggling to push price to their side respectively. So apparently it's kind of seen as a doji currently where we are. So that is on the daily time frame, but we've already picked up one thing, that it has broken above this resistance level. That is a good thing to know. So now that we know that, we can drop back to H4 and then look at what we have here. Remember, this is our previous higher high on H4. This was a break of structure, higher high, then gave us a higher low here, then tried to look for a high, failed, did not mitigate this order block, then went back here to this level, then it gave us a support here, then got enough momentum to push back for this high. Ongoing, it did not go above the previous high. Clearly you can see that was our higher high. Price just went with a wick and then started to drop again yesterday. That was yesterday. So as we speak, this can be seen as, one may say this is a change of character to the upside. Clearly one may say this is a change of character to the upside. Why? Because it is coming from this support on H4 right here. It is coming from this support. Remember, this was our higher high, higher low, then higher high. Now this is our higher low, but also one can say this is our higher low, but also one can say there is a support here, and this is a market structure shift right here. So if price pulls back, no. For us to consider this, price has to first give us a new higher high. Then it considers pulling back all the way to this order block. All the way to that order block. So until then, there's no way we can consider buys, because that means this will be just a high, not a higher high, and we cannot consider this as a market structure shift if we have not seen creation of a new high up here. So having seen this, I know price is still very bullish, because it's going to try to look at breaking this previous higher high to get us a new higher high before it pulls back for the sells. Right, that's it. That is on H4. Now we know what we can anticipate on H4. I want to remind you that this here is the order block for this very bullish move. So it's going to be a valid order block for us to consider in the near future. So we have to mark it as price looks at dropping back. All right, so now we know this. So we can now drop to H1, get to know which trend that we have on H1. Clearly, I see something like a chart pattern that may or may not be significant later in the day. So this here is likely going to be like a descending triangle. It's gonna be like a descending triangle. Since it is not on the support, we are going to be looking at this continuation. Remember, these are continuation patterns. Descending and ascending triangles, they are all continuation chart patterns. So right here, if this breaks above here, so you can wait for a pullback right about here. You can wait for something like this, like that, and then pull back, then you get in with your entry. But apparently you can see rejection coming in from buyers right on these candles. Look at that. Look at this. Rejection coming in from buyers. So you can all attest that buyers are trying to push for this breakout to give us a new higher high, probably about there. So until we get a higher high, we cannot anticipate this mitigation move all the way back to where this drop started from, this high momentum buy move started from. So until then, we have this to consider, this kind of a descending pattern, but don't consider it mainly consider what price is doing. Right here we have this confluence area. Price can easily come back to it before it actually looks for this buy move. So price can easily come to this level and then goes for that buy. So I want to go to M15 to make my final conclusions on this asset. Please be sharing those assets, those other assets or pairs that you guys are trading in the comment section. Then I will pick one or two before we can close today's session and we analyze it together. We see what the market is about to do today. All right, so M15, what are we seeing? This is a valid order block right about here. Price can easily come back to it. So we have this to consider also according to M15. So price is likely dropping here. Now that I know this, I'm actually going to remove this line here. I'm actually going to remove that line. I know price is going to drop to this level, and hopefully from there we can get enough momentum to break this resistance trend line right about there, and then we can see a new higher high all the way up there. So we know this. Now we wait for price to get this drop. Okay, I need to bring in my confluence, my CCI. I get to see clearly. You can see we are still very bearish according to M15. This is a signal where we started to sell from. This is overbought level right here. That's where it started to sell. If we are using market structure, Let's just remove that. Let's use market structure. If we are using market structure, this was our higher high, higher low right here. Then try to look for a new high, failed, mitigated that previous order block right here. And then this became the change of character to the downside. In fact, one may say this was the change of character to the downside right here. Why? This was the move to give us a high, higher high here, then a higher low here, then a higher high up there, then dropped to break the previous higher low. Then this was our lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. Now went all the way back to mitigate this order block right about here on M15, right there where this massive drop started from, and it became a resistance level. So price has to get to mitigate this valid order block that actually gave us this push for this kind of a buy move. It has to mitigate it first before we can get enough momentum to break this current resistance that we have all the way right there and even right here on the trend line. So we know now we need sales. So the fact that we now know that we need to sell on M15, we can as well drop to M5 to actually look for a sniper. On V75. So let's look for a sniper on V75. According to market structure, this here is a resistance according to M5, sorry. So if price gets to this level, we know sales are going to start. But also, we know that from this previous move, price has been coming to this level, then going all the way back to that trend line, then goes down to this same level, and then goes to the trend line. So don't be surprised if price tries to first go back to the trend line right about there. So if it breaks this, if it doesn't give you sell momentum right here, if it doesn't react on this resistance here, then it will break to go to that trend line, and then we will get our reaction from all the way up there, and then we can get in with ourselves to come all the way here. So two things: wait for price to either break this or react on that to give you the entry for the sales, and then you enter your sales according to M15 to drop all the way back to this order block, which is the M15 order block. And then your first TP is of course right here, just like I had showed you. This here is your support. So first TP is right on that support, and then your second TP is right on this order block according to M15. I believe you've picked one or two things. Please don't force any trade. Whenever you're trading, don't force any trade. You have to wait. Don't see price now giving you something like this and you say, oh, it has started to sell, and you immediately enter, not knowing that actually here you have a confirmation of a market structure shift. According to M5, it is actually buying, not selling. M15 is the one selling, so you cannot sell now because M5 is showing you some momentum of sales. Look at the previous candles here. These were engulfing bullish candles. You can't now be confused by these two small sell candles and you think like that it has started to sell. No, my dear, it hasn't. It is still buying according to M5. Why? Look at those bullish engulfing candles there. They are engulfing the sell candles. So it shows you that the buyers are still very strong according to M5, but the sellers are waiting for them around here or around there to actually start to push for sales. So you rather wait for that than trying to get your own entries, force your own sell entries right here. This, if you enter here, your stop loss is gonna be big. You will have to probably put it all the way there. But if you wait for this and price to react here, you can easily and you wait for price to be below 10 MA, you can easily enter below this and then have your stop loss just here. That is how professional traders trade. You don't push, you don't force any trade. I don't know which language I should use, but I believe either you're picking one or two things, or you need to get in with my course and I get you locked in on some of these things that I'm talking about. Otherwise, that has been V75. So please, I need that one asset or two assets for you guys to what you guys are trading, so that we can look at it before we can call it a day. This has been V75 and we are waiting for this kind of a push before we can drop in for the sells. So until we see momentum of sales coming in and actually price dropping below our 10 MA, we cannot consider any sells. Right about now, price is still above our 10 MA. We need to be below our 10 MA before we can start to think of sells. Guys, I'm waiting for those assets, the other assets that you trade. So if it is a Forex asset or a synthetic asset or an index, whatever it is, share it in the comment section and we will be able to analyze them and look at how to anticipate entries today. As I'm waiting for you guys, we still have about time is fast spent. Yeah, time is fast spent. I don't think we'll be able to analyze that asset. So let's actually do a recap and we call it a day. Let's do our recap. So we started on gold. Those who have been waiting for the information about the July class, this is the information you need. If you want to learn for 3 months, and if you want me to mentor you until you are ready to actually place your first trade and whatever, then you can inbox me. I get to tell you what the offer is and what you need to do. But for those that are already having passion of trading and they've already made some research, then you can come in. Beginners, intermediate traders, you can come in for the 1 month class mentorship and I'll be able to take you through. Anyways, so we started with a gold, and those who were here yesterday, we were able to make that trade, and I told you it was a swing trade, though we took our profits as intraday traders yesterday, right about there. That was yesterday. So today it has actually pushed much for more than 2 hour, actually more than 3-4 hour. Yeah, more than 3 hour. Ever since it moved from this level, it has added like more than 4 hour right there, because our risk was that small. That was our risk. So it has added more than 4 hour to where we are currently. So where we are currently, we are looking at either pull back to that, then we can continue with this sell to come around here. Why? Because this is a break of structure right about there. So we are still very bearish, and you can even see that the momentum of sell candles there is still very strong. So that's what we are anticipating before we can drop in with this sell as scalpers and intraday traders. So after that, we'll be getting our buys from this M15 order block, just like I showed you right about here. This is the M15 order block within the H4. This is the H4 order block right here. This is the H4. This is the M15. So don't be confused by this H4 order block, seeing it within that. This is the M15 order block. This is the H4 order block. So we want price to come to that M15 order block and then give us the market structure shift, and then be ready for the entries for the buy to take us all the way. It's going to be a swing to all the way this daily order block. this daily fair value gap. It's gonna be a swing if we get what we need right here. We also looked at Boom 1000, and I told you precisely or exactly that price is likely to pull back all the way to that M5 order block. This is the M5 order block. It was never mitigated when price moved from that level. It's where this drop, massive drop, started from. So price is likely looking for it, and then later we get to see this massive drop, which may actually give us a breakout on this support according to M15. Once we break this, you can either wait for this breakout or wait for the pullback to that M5 OB, and then you enter your sniper from there. If you fail to get that sniper and you miss it, then you can wait for this breakout down below on that support for this kind of a sell that we need to come to this H4, support level. This will be our target right here. And then there's another order block down below here, a valid order block that will be our overall TP level. If you have any questions, please send them in. I'll be able to respond in the comment section. Hey Robin, I see you've just sent jump 50. Apologies, I don't think we'll be able to analyze it. We are already time bad. We are already 31 minutes past our time, so I'm gonna be continuing with this recap, and probably we will analyze it tomorrow Wednesday. All right, so we also analyzed V75 just as usual, you know that. So our anticipation is we are still bullish according to M5, but bearish according to M15. So until we see price getting below our 10 MA, we won't be looking for sells. Once we are ready for sales, we are likely to see sales drop to this M15 order block right here, right on this very level right there. So this drop is what we're waiting for. From there, it's where we are anticipating high momentum buy move to break this first, this support trend line, and then second, this resistance trend line, then second, this resistance level right about here on this order block right there. So that's how we are anticipating V75. But first, we are looking at this buy move to either get back to this resistance trend line or on this resistance above here, and then give us the sell momentum so we can enter with our sells to drop to this level. So that's our anticipation today. So if you're trading V75, wait for sells. Don't look for buys, wait for sells first before we can anticipate buys later. If it does break this resistance level, if it breaks this trend line resistance, then you can anticipate this and then pull back, then you enter your buys. So until any of these happens, don't try to force any trade at all. That's it. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you had a great time. Please be ready for this. I'm likely going to trade this sell as soon as it finishes to give me the pullback. This is the high that gave me this low, so likely gonna be seeing once it gets to 61.8, I maybe start to get in with my sells. So let's wait for that and see whether we can make this trade together. Those who are on VIP signals, keep locked in because I'll be sharing some of these signals once they mature for us to make entries. And those who are not on VIP signal group, you rather subscribe now because we will be July is coming, so you can choose to subscribe for July month. Every month is $15. Those who have been with me, you know that is the price. So that's what we do. Every month is $15 for the subscription of these signals. All right, so traders of gold, let's wait for that. In fact, scalpers, I believe you are in luck for that buy move. Scalpers, that would have been a perfect buy on M1. Let me see on M1. Yeah, that was a perfect buy on M1 for scalpers. Let me look this. So for scalpers, that was a very good trade. Why? Because this was your change of character. Higher high, higher low. Now it's continuing to get us all the way there. Wait for it to get into the supply zone before you can start to sell. That's how we do this. All right, I want to leave this on M15 for the sell move that we need. Ladies and gentlemen, have a lovely day. Happy trading. See you tomorrow, same time, 10:30 to 11:30. Bye-bye.